In an ocean of podcasts, we are Cthulhu. And this is Spoiler Country at San Diego Comic-Con.
Welcome back to Spoiler Country. I'm Kaylee Horsley, that's Johnny Horsley, and we are at San Diego Comic-Con, day 1, Thursday. We're super excited. We just got to get there.
We're so excited, we're like 3 hours late.
We also like sleep.
We?
Yes.
You're the one. Sadie and I were ready. There's no Sadie here, I promise. It's just adult shows. But Sadie and I were ready like 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
That's it? Just yeah?
Yeah, no. So what are you most excited about?
Well, your voice is way excited for this.
We are. You said be excited. I'm excited. Let's do this.
Just the intro part. Now we can talk normal.
Fine. What are you most excited about?
No, go back up a little bit. A little more higher. No. Well, so what we found today, finally for the first time in the 3 years we've been coming in a row, where the actual con merch booth is, which is outside of the con.
Yes, we've missed it every year, and we think maybe we should start like repping a little bit of San Diego. We have Rose City, we got ECCC, CCCCC, so many C's.
E and all the C's.
All the C's.
Yeah, well, and it's also, we're always like, oh, where's the merch booth? And we never find it, because like years and years and years ago when I was here, the merch booth was in the main pavilion.
Well, as with every other con.
Yeah, but it's actually out around the hotel room, with hotels, and then we found out that over there there's a bunch more stuff, which we knew about, but we never go over there. We spent all our time walking the main floor of the con.
We're missing like half the con, man.
Well, the main floor takes the same thing every year, though.
It is. So we're
something new.
Branch out.
There's also a pinball lounge next to the con merch.
We are big into pinball right now. So pinball, all the pinballs.
You know, if we go there first, we're probably not going to leave.
This is
It's going to
probably
be a very short episode of us coming back tonight and talking about pinball.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah. But we also haven't had breakfast yet because somebody slept through breakfast.
God, John.
Sorry. So we have...
Sure, we all did.
Right.
We got up at like 10:45.
No, we got up at 9:45.
9:45. Oh, it's 11:30. God, we suck.
Yeah. So let's go. Let's get to the con.
Let's go.
So, okay, that merch table is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, they had so much cool stuff at the Comic-Con merch table.
You should have seen. So they have a line outside. There's a line zigzagged all the way, the whole room.
In the whole room?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And everything was crossed out. And what they did have, they had only in a couple sizes. So everybody who's sitting in that line for well over an hour are most likely not going to get anything.
Because we're smart. And I mean because you're smart, went up and looked, we're not in line anymore.
Right. We were like, oh, let's get in line. And all I wanted was a piece of paper to see what they had. I did expect them to have a lot more because they know that there's...
It's fucking day one.
And it's 500 people.
It's day one.
500,000 people. And it's day one. Yeah, everything's gone.
How can we sold out your merch on day one?
Yeah.
Oh, I know how.
That's poor planning.
I know exactly how. People who were buying to resell.
Yeah, I know. And that's what's frustrating is that they did offer pre-sale, but we didn't get pre-sale options.
What's fucking dumb is I think, like, I don't have a problem people coming to cons to buy stuff to resell, whatever, that's cool. But people mass buy stuff, like the people we saw yesterday walking by with, 12 bags of Hasbro exclusives. It's like, come on. And they're exhibitors.
It's super frustrating. And yeah, they're just going to turn around to sell it for double. And
yeah.
It does suck. Like, I get, like, there are people that are not able to come that want to buy stuff and have extra money to blow, but it's when people here can't get it, it pisses me off. Like, buy one for yourself and buy one to resell. Whatever. But 12.
Don't buy a ton.
Yeah. No, that's exactly why. So we won't get any merchandise or anything. And we just wasted 2 hours of our day.
Yeah, awesome. But on the good side, we did walk around the back side of the hotel and see a bunch of stuff we've never seen before.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we're doing is walking around. We'll probably go into the convention here pretty soon and let Sadie see what she wants to see and look.
I think she's hungry.
We need to eat. Yeah.
So let's go find some food. Let's say look at some books.
And yet again, San Diego planning has failed us.
Yes, and Sadie wants to say something.
I have not eaten my breakfast and my stomach is like, eat.
And now we should go. What a day.
What a day.
I'm tired.
I am super exhausted. I am like ready for bed. Like, wrap it up. Let's be done. Okay, bye.
Wait, we got more to say quick. Wake up.
Gotta close my eyes. I was almost not joking. We had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
A lot of like just sorry. Cut you off.
Go ahead. Like normal. I'm used to it.
we did a lot of walking around, but we did like around stuff that we don't normally do. So, we did a lot of different stuff that we're not always used to. We didn't do as much inside the con.
We didn't hardly anything inside the con. We actually walked around the outside. We went for the first time. We went to the thing at Petco Park, which we see every year. We never actually gone to it, which was cool because there's like the Ripley's Believe It or Not cars and the Twilight Zone. We didn't do the Twilight Zone stuff. We went to the cars, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And we went in, and instead of walking in front of the con, we decided to walk around behind the back of the con and see all the FX Studio stuff and the Adult Swim stuff, the IMD boat, and all that kind of cool stuff. And
I didn't know it was the thing, and I thought, oh well, John knows everything, so he knew about the IMDb boat. And then Pat said it, and I was like, what the hell is this a thing? And I don't.
It is a thing. Well, it's Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith hosts from there every year, so it's like a thing he does every year. And then we went to the Dragon Ball experience because you're a big Dragon Ball Z fan.
Well, we walked by it.
Yeah, but we played some pinball, and then we talked with Jeff Schuetze. You're yawning. I wanted to poke it so bad.
We went to pinball. That was super fun.
I want that Star Wars game. It was pretty fun.
Fun, yeah. For being Star Wars, it was fun. And then we, talked to Jeff for a while. He's always so fun to hang out. Him and Joe.
We should listen to Jeff and us talk.
Yeah. Welcome back to Spoiler Country. We are here with Jeff Schuetze, with JefBot, and John, and me, Kaylee, at San Diego Comic-Con. Still day one.
Day one, but day 1.5 kind of because of preview night. How's the show going for you?
Really good so far. I mean, we're only, a couple days into it, but my energy's still up, still caffeinated, still having a good time. But, it's early.
I hate to break it. You say a couple of days, it's only the first day. It's only Thursday, so you still got 3 full days left.
We had preview night, it is.
Preview night, yeah. Last night, so it kind of counts. I mean, it was 3 hours?
3 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the day you do all your setup and all your shit. So it really is a full day for Jeff.
Yeah. Not for us though.
Several days.
All right, several days you can have it. Good. How what's been the most popular thing you're selling so far? Anything prints or shirts or any particular shirt?
Right now, the prints are selling the best. What has been my best print? I don't know. I have a BoJack Horseymon, which is a mashup between BoJack and Pokemon, where all the characters I put Meowth is Princess Carolyn, and I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff BoJack is a Ponita, that kind of thing.
The flaming hair.
We're looking at it right now, and I'm I want to point at it and be yeah, that one.
It's right there. Can't you see it?
God.
Yeah, shirts, we're doing okay, but it's a little bit slow. I have a new God of War where he's wearing a Boy of London.
I saw that. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That one's doing pretty well, but otherwise we're a little bit slow on the shirts. But the prints, which is the best profit margin, are doing well, so it's good.
That is good. And every time we're here, it's busy, so.
Well, I think you guys are bringing the audiences.
We bring the money.
Yeah, you're bringing the money.
Because there's a big group, and then they're like, "Hey, what are they here for? I need to see what they're talking about, what they're looking at."
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, and every time you guys show up, it's people start coming and buying. So please come back.
We will. Don't worry, we will.
Yeah. It's like that mob mentality.
Yes.
So, important question for you. Where's JefBot Book 3?
It's on.
You talked about it last year.
Yes.
To be fair, where's John's book?
Hey, shut up.
That's true. That's the more important question.
It's probably further along than JefBot Book 3.
We're about 50 comic strips away from JefBot Volume 3. But
nice.
I haven't done a strip in a year and a half, 2 years.
I know.
Yeah, but because I got this gig,
real work
animation. Yeah, I just haven't had time, but I would like to get back to it. So yeah,
someday.
Yeah, let's do another interview in a year or two and see where it is.
I'll ask you next year too, and we'll see where it's at. So
yeah, it'll be a running thing, I think.
At least you get paid to do something that you have fun, and it's something that you have fun with that is holding it back. So it's not like your regular 9 to 5.
Not like us who work in sales tax.
Right.
So exciting.
So exciting. Actually, I find it very exciting if I wasn't in the customer service side.
The problem-solving portion is fun.
The problem-solving portion is great. It's the people side that suck.
Oh, yeah. That's usually the case, I think, in most professions, yeah.
We say, here, selling stuff at a show.
Yeah.
People suck.
Don't say it too loud, though.
Right.
So what other shows are you doing this year besides Comic-Con here in San Diego?
That's it. This is
it?
the only one, yeah. And I'm thinking like maybe not doing it next year. So
Really?
this might be my last San Diego.
Once you lose your booth, you can't really get it back.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just I'm so busy right now, and I really love doing cons and stuff. But it's like
Right,
a
it's
lot of
busy.
time.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of money. And I was just lucky that the job that I'm doing right now, like, let me have the time off, and it's lucky that I have a booth person that can help me. Otherwise, it's just like I would not be able to do it. And
What
then
about hiring people or having friends do it for you?
I don't, if I wasn't here, I don't know if San Diego, I think they would frown on, like, say I let, I don't know, like, friend of the show, Dennis or something, take over my booth. Like, Comic-Con would, they wouldn't be like, okay, well, now JefBot is,
Because you wouldn't fit in this area, right?
Right, yeah, so they would just be like, no, we're taking it back.
No, I meant like have your booth here, but somebody else run it. Like,
Well, he still had to be here, though.
oh, you have to be here?
I don't know. I mean, there is like not attending type of thing, so I don't think I would have to be, but it'd be weird. It'd
It
be
would definitely
expensive
be weird.
too.
Well, it would give you a year break, and then you can come back and not
Yeah.
lose your booth.
That's
I don't know.
true.
I'm like, that's such a big decision, Jeff.
No,
Don't make that decision
I appreciate
yet.
that. You're problem solving and giving me solutions. I like it, but I don't know. We'll
Welcome
see.
to the world of a mom.
Right? I mean, running a booth for here is
It's super hard,
stress.
which is why we don't do cons.
Yeah.
We've had a con break. We haven't done a booth in
2 years.
2
2
years.
years for me.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
And so I feel you. It's hard.
And I'm not doing another table until I have the book out, and I can make it just for the book and stuff. So it's like that.
Yeah, it makes it hard, but there's definitely some really good pros to it, too. Everybody has so much fun. You get to meet people. You get to see people. I have a love-hate relationship with people. Like, when people expect something out of you and they want you to do something for them, they can be really big jerks. But when they are here to see things that you've done, I think they see much better. Like, they're so much nicer. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, what you did is so awesome. Da, 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 da. Like, they get to see the creative side.
Totally. Yeah, and because, just like we were talking about with the webcomic, since I'm not really doing the webcomic, I'm not promoting JefBot really anymore. And since I'm a professional in the animation industry,
Oh,
yeah, it's like now I'm meeting a whole bunch of different people because it's like people who like BoJack. And so it's a whole different kind of thing, and I could come here as a professional and go to parties and meet other, network and all that stuff, where when you have a booth, you're just stuck behind the desk the whole
Right.
time. And I can't really go party and go drinking because I have to be here early in the morning.
I mean, you could. It'd make your mornings really difficult.
Yeah, well,
And we're actually hearing that from a couple people where their brand is taking them in a different direction, and you just have to evolve and grow with it.
right. Yeah, exactly
And you
it.
just got to make sometimes difficult choices, for sure.
Yeah.
But if you're not here next year, how am I going to ask you about JefBot 3? I mean, important questions here, man.
And how are we going to store our stuff?
Think about us, please. No. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, you're doing different things now than you have been, but it's a big choice.
Sad. Yeah, what's going to happen when I have Volume 3 out? Like,
Hey, what are you going to do?
Do you have anything new in the works that you want to talk about?
That you can talk about.
Or that you can talk about?
I can't talk too much about it, but yeah, BoJack Season 6, hopefully it'll be out like in a few months. We're, boarding it right now. So, yeah, and we're getting to the end of the boarding process. So once that's done and all the animation comes back and all that.
So you're doing storyboards for them?
Yeah.
That's really awesome.
Storyboards. Yeah, it's a company called Shadow Machine. They're the ones who produce BoJack and then, Netflix and all that stuff. Yeah. There's a board artist and have worked on about half the episodes, maybe a little bit more. And the season's going to be super good.
So we'll have to catch up, Kaylee.
All right, I am actually super interested, not even to say it in front of Jeff, but pretend Jeff is not here. I am really excited. I like a lot of mental health things, and I do like watching things that my husband likes sometimes, as long as somebody else says that I like it. or
True.
suggest it. John likes
It's a running joke.
Yeah, John teases me because he'll say, "Hey, I want to watch this," and I'm like, "Okay, yeah, later, whenever." And then somebody else will say, "Hey, you should watch this," and I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it right now."
The best one was the show Supernatural.
Oh yeah.
I tried to get her to watch it for like 3 years. She was like, "No, that looks dumb. I don't watch that." Her cousin Jess was like, "Hey, you should watch Supernatural." That night, she watched 6 episodes.
No, he put it on and was like, "I'm going to watch Supernatural," and I happened to be there, and I was like, once I got past, at the time I was really had a lot of anxiety, and I didn't like scary shows, which is different because now we have like our Christmas our Christmas season is now horror shows, and
I watch horror films all December long every year.
That's cool.
which is just kind of how that evolved. But it's I ended up really liking it once I got past like the initial scary part, and then I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. I was kind of giving myself, I had like my own block.
Yeah.
It was my own anxiety stopping me, but I do love that show now.
Yeah.
We've even gone to a Supernatural con. So
We have. That was pretty fun. It was ridiculously overpriced, but it was fun, you know.
That's cool. Yeah, I have not gotten on the Supernatural train yet. Although so many of my friends are into that show, but I almost feel like it's too late for me to jump on that train because how many seasons are there now?
this is their last season at 15.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a lot to catch up on.
I have 24 episodes a season.
Something- Like you can binge what we do with. I like
Some episodes are so good, though. So good.
like you can binge, and then like they even have a con episode. Like they have a lot of.
Just skip season 7.
Yeah, season 7 is not very good. But and you really don't lose much.
You lose nothing for skipping. I mean, it's about Leviathans, and they're dumb, and they literally never talk about it beginning until like twice afterwards. So
Yeah, I don't know, but we will purposely not watch for a couple years, and so we can binge.
right now we're 2.5 years behind. So we'll binge it all here soon.
Yeah, so we can watch the last season.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be sad. It'll be weird. That's a long stint. It's the longest sci-fi show.
Oh wow.
Yeah. 15 years is a long time.
Jeez.
Well, what about Star Trek though?
Doesn't count. Star Trek has different iterations. Each show has 7 seasons max so far. Then 3 for Enterprise, 3 for the original series, and then 1 through
We're
Gun.
talking American shows too, because if you talk like Doctor Who or something.
Right.
But does Doctor Who really count though?
Because it's stuff.
It kind of resets every couple years to a whole new cast.
Yeah, if you consider that there's new doctors all the time, yeah. So
I mean, even then it's only on season like what, 13 or 14. Season 9 was with season.
include the original.
It does. So when they did the 9th Doctor came on, that was like season 8 or season. I think I could be wrong. I could be fucking wrong, but I think they're only at about like 13 or 14 total seasons.
God, it seems like it's been running for like hundreds of years.
Well, it's been going since the 60s.
Dawn of time.
Before TV existed.
It's been going since the 60s, but they took lots of breaks.
Wow. Okay.
This went odd directions.
Yeah.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't want to stick to one subject, you know.
Yeah, my brain bounces too much.
So where's Kenric?
He's at home, not here, the bastard.
I'm insulted that he's not here on this interview. Like, super insulted that he did not bother to come to this Comic-Con.
That's why you're not coming back for booth next year.
Exactly. Yeah. Without Kenric, what's the point?
Right?
Why even be here, man?
We certainly miss him. We were like, oh, what would he think about this hotel situation? And we were like things that we would always have fun with him. But hopefully he'll come next year. And, we took a break. We had tickets in 2008.
Yeah, we bought tickets in 08 and then didn't come.
I didn't go because, again, my fault.
Somebody had an anxiety attack. Wasn't me.
We were driving, and at the time, anxiety was all about
And she was 3 months old.
Yeah, she was...
Sadie, if you can't see her.
No, she was 6 months old.
When we bought
No,
tickets.
she was 3 months old. You're right. Yeah, so it was like, this is too much all at once, but we should have gone.
But that was back when you could buy tickets online, like months after they went on sale still.
Oh, yeah.
So we bought single day passes for each day. So it was like $200 down the hole each. But,
You know, it happens. I understand. I mean, this con, if you're going to be anxious about it, this is the one to be anxious about.
It wasn't even the con that I was anxious. It was driving.
I have super driving anxiety. It's like I can't even drive on the freeway anymore.
Yeah,
Because it like wigs me out.
she used to be that way. It used to be, I would be driving the freeway and she would basically be looking down, not watching.
How'd you get over it?
Okay, so this is weird because I've had anxiety kind of my whole life, and I have bouts of bipolar. Me staying busy, actually.
staying busy all the time.
I am ADHD or ADD, and so being a stay-at-home mom wasn't enough for me. Like,
There's no stimulation besides kids.
and it was great, and we had our routine, and we did stuff, but it just, when you have to do something, you have to go to work. If you don't go to work, you lose your livelihood. And going to school, so I'm doing school work and kids and life and stuff, and I don't know, because even when we went to Comic-Con 2 years ago, no, even when we went to Comic-Con last year, is the first I had severe plane anxiety. And it was just this last April when we came into San Diego, I was like, okay, let's go. And I didn't have any issues, and I just...
Yeah, that was the first time you have flight anxiety. And it was weird because, like, we brought our other daughter, Tegan, down to San Diego for a wedding, and all the three of us couldn't sit together. So she had to sit next to Tegan, so I think you were just preoccupied with Tegan the whole time.
Well, and that's kind of the same. Like, and it's not to say not to deal with your issues, for sure, deal with your stuff, but staying busy and not thinking about it. When somebody says, I'm having a hard time, I just want to stay in bed, that's when you got to get out. And I know, you cannot. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes it takes another person that says, you have to. And like, I've physically gotten my girlfriend out of bed and said, let's go.
Well, it's like you don't want to ignore it, but you want to make sure you don't let it take you over.
And that's hard. And medications, like, I did great with medicine. I gained a shit ton of weight, and it was something that I was super fearful of. And even after I stopped taking medicine, I didn't lose all the weight. And that, for girls especially, is a little bit more difficult. And so I was like, I don't know. I just didn't want to be on it. And I take a lot of medicine for other things, so adding more medicine was like, I don't want to do it. So just staying busy, but doing things that were fulfilling. Not just staying busy like cleaning the house, and doing stuff, but doing fulfilling things. So that was my very long-winded answer.
No, I appreciate that. I think that might have been what happened to me, because I had a job where I was doing animation or whatever, but it was like 35 miles away each way, so I was driving on the freeway all the time. And then I lost that job, and I was just doing freelance and my webcomic and all that stuff just from home, like on a permanent basis. And I stopped driving on the freeway, and I was just kind of this little hermit in my apartment. And that's when I started, like, I can't do this driving thing anymore. But now, I can drive on streets fine and everything. It's still just the freeway that every so often I just, like, tunnel vision, like, sweat. It's like crazy. It's a panic attack.
Because, like, you feel like it's not people ahead of me that freak me out. It's everybody behind me.
Yeah.
Because I can pay attention. I know I'm going to stop because you go really fast, and then with traffic, especially, you'll stop all of a sudden, and it's like, is that person behind me going to stop? And that's the kind of where I'm always like watching even now, I still will watch my rearview mirror, and I keep my openings. And people will say I drive aggressive, but I drive aggressive to keep myself out of, out of the... I want to make sure I have an out. So I want to stay out of, like, the wolf pack and stuff. Yeah. So
I don't know. For me, it's like this weird thing with the speed of it. Because someone was like, oh, well, I can understand being anxious in traffic. I'm like, well, traffic, I'm fine because it's slow. It's when there's no one in front of me and I'm zooming at, like, 65 miles per hour or whatever. Like, as soon as I go over 55, 60 and I feel the road, I start, like, thinking I'm gonna, I don't know, it feels like I'm gonna slide off, like the freeway is made of ice. It's totally irrational, but, like, I don't know, that's just what...
Don't say it's irrational, because when about 10 years ago, because I've had anxiety, like I said, on and off, I would always have a hard time in movie theaters, and it always freaked me out, and John's like, there's no reason. I'm like, it can concave, but it always would be afraid of somebody shooting up the theater. And John's like, that's never gonna happen, it's never gonna happen. And then Colorado happened, and he was like, it was years, because so I don't like it hurt, like, your heart, it's all, like, messes with you, and I
love theater, so it's really hard for me, because I'm like,
don't trust it. And then that happened, I was like, oh god.
Yeah. So your fears are real, right? Yeah. Oof.
We gotta sign a thing, Jeff.
Okay.
Oh, just Jessica?
We're back.
Hey.
Good signing. You did a good job.
You signed your name so good, man.
I've gotten some practice, but yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but my signature changes like
Mine does too.
time. It's like, what am I doing? Whose name is this?
Just draw pictures.
Yeah.
For me, it's the worst when I sign like for like credit card stuff.
Yeah.
It's like scribbles.
Yeah, me too. Now it's like completely illegible, just like,
I do like a K, and then I'll do an H, and then a smiley face on the when it's the electric ones.
Yeah.
So I know I'm like that was electric.
Yeah.
I've drawn Batman symbols.
Oh, really? Now I'm putting like a little swirly thing on my Z, and I don't know where it came from. I'm just like, okay, now that's happening.
That's a thing now. Yeah.
I
But
just go back and forth on my R's.
yeah.
Like either write a capital R or do a cursive R.
Yeah.
But I do a lot of back and forth of cursive and print together, which my kids cannot read. And neither John's like, I don't know, it's pretty, but I can't read it.
Not entirely true, but okay.
It's true.
It's
I think they could feel that smugness that came off you from there.
They felt it.
Well, Jeff, thanks for talking with us. We will bug you next year if you're here.
Yes.
And if
We'll bug you
if you're
a couple
here,
times.
even without a booth, we'll still bug you.
Okay.
And you'll see us probably tomorrow.
Those are always bugging me. So yeah. No,
We bring
we'll
sales.
bug each other through Skype if
Yeah.
nothing else. So yeah.
Which is good. So thanks again, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was fun.
Yay.
I like talking with Jeff. I could talk to Jeff all day long. He's just, I feel like I have known Jeff for a long time through webcomics and stuff, but I feel like I've known him, I don't know, every time I talk to him, it's like, hey, it's like an old friend.
Right? Like, he is super nice, and he's always so, like, he is in the know. I'm like, how do you remember all this stuff? I can barely remember my name.
He did not, however, remember any of the stuff from the old podcast he did with us some years ago.
Hilarious, because I don't remember that either, but that's pretty...
It's so inappropriate. If you want to listen to that, if you're curious what I'm talking about, if you go to our podcast, Haphazard Adventures, the most recent episode is a re-up from the old JefBot days from 10, 11 years ago.
Just what we do.
Yeah. I mean, why not? So, now we had fun. We ended up leaving the con early today because the con was going until like 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. We left at like 5.
For about 4:45, we went and got dinner and then hung out with some friends, and it's just, you gotta break it out, and every time we don't break it out, we just are burnt out by Friday or Saturday, so we're gonna skip tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is weird because I never thought we'd say that. Like, I love the convention and I love walking around, but there's so many people, it's hard. We talked a lot of nerd with Dennis.
A lot of nerd with Dennis. I love that guy.
Dennis, he had a lot of good pointers on a lot of things, so I want to take like what he was talking about, and he talked a lot about the show. He has some good ideas about the
Dennis is a smart guy.
about Star Wars. The girls always love his art. We always have to like fight the girls off of his art because it's all like superheroes and ballet and
And he's a good artist too. It's gorgeous.
yeah, he is for sure. And we talked a lot about Spider-Man and about just
Like Marvel and the DC. I mean, Dennis is always fun to talk with. We'd have him more on the show.
we really should, yeah, for sure, because he we talked a lot about that kind of stuff, and that's kind of what cons are supposed to be about, is getting together with like-minded people who have a joy, well, not even like-minded, but a likeness to the joy that you both have.
Sharing that joy together, yeah.
Sharing that joy, but you maybe that's not your joy, maybe it's something you hate and somebody else loves, and you can discuss it.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. And it seems like anymore it's more caught up in the consumerism, which is obviously pros and cons to it, but it's seeing as we've been doing this more, I never thought, if you would have asked me 2 years ago when we started doing these con episodes, going to San Diego and stuff for the first one, if you would have told me, oh, well, in 2 years of doing this, you're going to be not jaded, but a little jaded from it, where it's like you don't want to be there every single day all the time, I'd be like, no, you're crazy, because I was always like, all day, every day, even for the little cons, but now it's like, no.
Oh, I remember.
I'm like, now it's like, I mean, no, go enjoy what you want to enjoy, but don't kill yourself doing it.
What's the difference between this year and like the last couple years versus when you went in 2006?
Oh, good question. When I was going back then, when I went back it was business, right? We were there we had an agenda, right? The agenda was get in, we want these exclusives, we want to meet these artists, we want to get these books signed, I want to get this stuff, from these people. It was like, we had an agenda, we want to go and try and get the freebie stuff, and because back then we had the business, we were selling stuff, so we wouldn't go overboard. Like, you see the people now walk around and they'll have like 12 exclusive Batman action figures they're gonna resell.
Trading. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what we would do is we would go, and there was my dad, my sister, myself, and Mike. There was 4 of us, right? 4 people within business, and we'd go, okay, we'll go each buy one, and then maybe sometimes I would keep one and we'd sell the other ones, for the business. But we wouldn't go buy multiples. We'd just buy each get one, which is you're allotted to get one, and then most of them we would resell. And I kept the Batman stuff a couple times, but I don't know. I'm a firm believer in. I think you buy and resell great, but don't buy to an amount where other people can't get it. Right. If I'm in line, if I wait in line and buy one and I want to sell it, that's fine. But if I wait in line and buy 10 to resell, that's kind of a dick move.
Yeah, it is. And it's like, even with the merchandise, we went to go get the merchandise and it was day one. It was not even a couple hours after I had started, before, lunchtime. And they were sold out of almost everything. Yeah,
all the cool Comic-Con hoodies and pins and stuff. And we're even looking at the pins online. They're already on eBay for double for just the normal little enamel pins. It's crazy.
It is. It's disheartening.
But I don't know how to fix it. I just know it frustrates me.
I wonder, what can we invent that makes us a lot of money, is successful, and gives us exclusives?
So we want to invent something that makes us money by stopping other people from making money off things we want to buy.
Trust me, I knew how ironic it was while I was saying it.
So, I just realized something. Since we're taking tomorrow off from the con and we're going to do stuff, what are we going to do for Spoil Country tomorrow?
It'll have to wait.
We'll have to figure that out later. Maybe nothing. Maybe something special. Well, folks. It's been fun. We're going to wrap this up. I have to edit this, and I'm tired.
Don't edit it. It's always another day.
It's perfect, right?
It's perfect.
Now, so we're Spoiler Country. We're heard everywhere podcasts can go. Actually, you know what? Kenric and I pre-recorded one for this. I'm gonna let us from a week and a half ago tell you. You heard it yesterday. I'm just gonna reuse that one.
All right. I like it.
Say bye, Kaylee.
Bye, Kaylee.
All right.
We're back.
We're back, and this day of Comic-Con is over.
All right, guys, we're Spoiler Country. We're heard everywhere podcasts are heard. And, of course, we're on all the social medias that I'm aware of. And I think we're on all the ones that you're aware of.
For the most part, yeah.
But if there is one out there that we're not on Hello.
What the fuck is Hello?
Or LO.
LO. Oh, okay. No,
we're not on LO. Sorry.
Look, I have a hard enough time doing with Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I don't want more. And Tumblr and Pinterest.
Right. You're like, hey, take a picture and put it on Instagram. And my response is, I don't do Instagram. I only do Facebook because I'm old. I hate the Instagram. I don't like the
cropping.
I don't like the user interface.
Yeah, it's difficult. Like, you can't post nothing. You have to post a picture. And I don't always want to post just a picture. But anyways.
Well, that's what Facebook is, though.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You don't want
Twitter.
To post a picture, use Facebook.
Or Twitter.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, it's so random, but we have a voicemail.
We do. It's 707-656-2080. 707-656-2080. You can call, leave us a voicemail, and tell us about your greatest con experience you've had. That'd be a good one. And you can email us at spoilcountry@gmail.com. Send us stories, whatever you want to tell us there, or tell us how much you love us. You can also check out our website, scpod.net, read reviews by David, read some articles by Jay Roach. All of our podcasts are up there, some stuff from us. We got some good stuff coming in down the pipeline. Pipeline. There you go. Whichever. Yeah, so we got some fun stuff planned here. We're working on some advancements for our website here pretty soon, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and don't forget, open the mind.
Read more.